Magandang araw sa inyo. Ako ulit si Geology. Nakikita nyo yung cam ko, kakaiba, medyo malinaw compared sa dati. Medyo lang, kasi I'm using my cellphone as my camera. Pero bago yan, syempre, intro muna tayo. So welcome back sa atin. And ito nga, tayo ay gagawa ng bagong video. And today's video is about taking personality test. Ayan. So I've gusto ko na itong gawin dati pa. Curious ako sa personality test na to. Pero, yun nga, hindi ko siya natatapos kasi medyo medyo kakaiba akong tao. Hindi ko natatapos. Medyo mabagal ako magsagot. O minsan mabilis ako mawala ng interest. O siguro dahil madaling araw ko to ginawa. Hindi ko natapos at sa cellphone lang. So ngayon, gumawa na ako ng video. Gusto ko samahan nyo ako na madiscover ang aking personality test. So yung mga sagot ko dito, makikita nyo, minsan extremes, minsan sakto lang. Yan, sige, try natin. Let's start. Sana hindi magloko yung camera ko. Kita nyo naman, nasa sulok ako. Yan, personality test. Number 1, you regularly make new friends. Sakto lang. Spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics. Yes, I Google a lot. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Actually, hindi. Neutral ako dyan. Sometimes oo, sometimes hindi. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Actually, I don't make plans, kaya wala. Usually stay calm whenever under a lot of pressure. Yes. With something panic attack inside, pero hindi mo natap. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. No, disagree. I love introducing myself. Bida-bida. Jollibee. Bida ang saya. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting with another. Disagree. Yes, wala akong tinatapos. Pag may sinimulan ako, mamaya, makikita mo next week, iba na naman ang ginagawa ko. You're very sentimental. Yes, actually, I don't throw things kahit mga 10 years ago pa yan. So, hindi ko agree yan. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. No, I don't make plans. Even a small mistake can cause you doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Sometimes, dyan ka na lang. Yes. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yes, sometimes. You're not too interested in discussing various interpretation and analysis. Well, gusto ko malaman yung tingin nila. Pananong lang. You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Yes, mostly. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yes. You rarely worry about whether you make good impression on people you meet. No. You enjoy participating in group activities. Depende. You like books and movies that make you come up with their own interpretation of ending. Actually, I hate these type of things. Kasi gusto ko resulta agad. Disagree. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things on your own. Sometimes, kaya gitna tayo. Kasi syempre, you have to take care of yourselves as well. You are interested in so many things that they find it difficult to choose one to try next. Yes. Especially sa laro, di ba naglalaro ako? Minsan, itong linggong to, naglalaro ako ng Batman. Arkham City. Next week, may kita mo, babalik ako ng PUBG. Siguro after 3 days, maglalaro ako ng Apex that the next few days lang. Tapos, balik ako ng Elder Scrolls Online. So, parang ganun. You are prone to worrying the things that will take turn for the worse. I have anxiety disorder. I'm diagnosed, so this is yes. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Neutral, kasi minsan gusto ko rin. Depende sa sitwasyon. Lalo pag kilala ko yung may mga kasama ko, tapos tingin ko ayaw nilang mag-lead. So pag nakita kong walang gusto mag-lead, ako yun. Magtataas ako ng kamay. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Definitely. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality. Yes, actually. You prefer to do your chores before? No. Relax muna. I'm a lazy guy. You enjoy watching people argue. Maingay. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Bida-bida nga ako. Diyan lang tayo. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes, super. Minsan nga, feeling ko hindi ako na-diagnose noon ng, ano yun, yung mabilis magpalit ng, ng mood. Bipolar ba yun? I don't know. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I try to understand them naman, kaya hindi ko siya isasagad. You often end up doing things at the least possible moment. Yes, dito lang tayo. You have always been fascinated with the question of what if anything happens to death. Disagree. No, I don't. Usually prefer to be around others than more than your own. Disagree. Kasi madalas gusto ko mag-isa ako. Kaya nga work from home ako, di ba? Ang gusto kong work. You become bored or less or highly theoretical. Yes. Highly theoretical lang. Kaya, mga banda dito yan. Para at least may room pa for improvement. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Hindi. Siguro pag katulad ko, dito lang tayo. Kasi I try naman, pero mostly, pagka parehas kami ng experience, mas na-empathize ko siya. Ganun. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. No. Gusto ko decide agad, mabilisan. Diba? Atat ako eh. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yes. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No, it's tiring. Pagod ka na nga, ba't ka pa magpapagod around people? So no, disagree tayo. Enjoy going to art museums? No. No, it's fascinating though. Pero may enjoy kasi, so I don't enjoy doing that. You often have a hard time understand people's feelings. Medyo depende kung saan sila nanggagaling. Kaya dyan lang kasi, of course, I have to ask first. You like to have a to-do list for each day? No, I don't. You rarely feel insecure. Yes. Sometimes, ganyan. Kaya dito tayo. Sometimes, medyo ganun ako eh. You avoid making phone calls. Yes. Wala akong perang pang tawag eh. Chat na lang. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Spend a lot of time? You often spend a lot of time. Not really. So, dito ka na lang. Siyempre, you have to understand them. Pero, dito lang ang chinek ko kasi hindi naman ako laging ganon. I mean, hindi ako na i-stay sa idea na ganon. So, siguro, saglit lang, understand ko. Tapos, maano siya. Ganon. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts. No, gusto ko ako yung kinokontak. If your plans are interrupted, no, plans eh. So, disagree. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Kind of. Well, depende. Pag may anxiety attack siguro, yes. Neutral tayo. You rarely contemplate the reasons. I never contemplate the reasons. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yes, I have a low EQ. Parang gusto ko bawiin to. Kasi minsan iniisip ko rin to eh. Ba't nabubuhay? Tanong akong ganyan eh. Okay. You take great care not to make people look bad. Even when it's completely their fault. No? Bakit? Bakit? Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Sagad yan. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will make them feel disappointed at you. Yes, agree. Ito lang. Kasi sometimes wala naman akong pake. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yes. Kaya nga po ako ay virtual assistant ngayon. Gusto ko ganito lang, tahimik, nasa kwarto, yan. Pero minsan, syempre, alam mo, medyo, kwento ko lang, no, being a virtual assistant. Syempre, wala akong katrabaho dito. Hindi ko kilala. Bawal makipag-usap kasi. Syempre, may time na gusto ko rin makipagkwentuhan sa katrabaho. Kasi syempre, mag-vent ka ng naranasan mo, pero di mo magawa. So, ayun, minsan yun. Nag-game na lang ako. Nanonood ako ng YouTube saglit pag medyo nainis ako. Kaya, pwede mong gawin yun pag virtual assistant ka. Mag-slack ng konti. Ayun. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Kailangan pa rin natin mag-isip kaya mag-iiwan tayo ng box dyan. Yes. I think so. Ganyan. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres. No. So ko tahimik lang, di ba? Sabi ko nga, I want a peaceful place. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Sometimes, somehow. Depende. You often feel overwhelmed, no? You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yes. But dyan lang kasi sometimes I do shortcuts. Pag inip siguro, I think. Double check lang natin. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. It's human nature. Hindi natin sagad kasi sobrang pakailamero na yan. Dito lang. Human nature yan pag may nakita kang label na controversial or do not touch. Ganun, no? You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Well, yes, actually. You struggle with deadlines, agree. Ganun lang. You feel confident that things will work out for you sometimes. Wow, may gender pa. I'm a male. I'm a male helicopter. See results. Ano kaya ang resulta ko? At kung itatake nyo itong test na to, lagay nyo naman sa comment box kung ano ang resulta ninyo. Okay, let's see. Eesh. Oh, virtuoso. ISTPT. See, I'm an I.
Duh.
Okay. So, timid. Mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. Introverted. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Observant. Yes, exactly. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Yes, somewhat. Yeah. Most of this. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Prospecting. Actually, that's what I'm doing today. I'm prospecting as a VA. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Turbulent. Okay, ISTPT. Ayan. Kitang-kita. Before we move on, I would like to copy your results emailed to you. No thanks. Introduction. Wow, mahaba-haba siya. Okay, babasahin ko para sa inyo. I wanted to live a different life. I didn't want to go to the same place every day and see the same people do the same job. I wanted interesting challenges. Okay. Alright. Virtuosos love to explore with their hands and their eyes, touching and examining the worlds around them with cool rationalism and spirited curiosity. People with this personality type are natural makers, moving from project to project, building the useful and superfluous for the fun of it, and learning from their environment as they go. For this one, yes, pero the problem is I don't finish it. That's it. Often mechanics and engineers. Shut up. Virtuosos find no greater joy than in getting their hands dirty, pulling things apart, and putting them back together. Just a little bit better than they were before. I don't think so. I don't know. Virtuosos explore ideas through creating, troubleshooting, trial and error, and first-hand experience. Yes. Okay. Yeah. They enjoy having other people take an interest in their projects, and sometimes they don't even mind them getting into their space. Of course, that's on the condition that those people don't interfere with virtuosos' principle and freedom. And they'll need to be open to virtuosos returning the interest in kind. And virtuosos enjoy lending a hand and sharing their experiences, especially with people they care about, yes. And at the same time, they're so uncommon, making up only about 5% of virtuosos women are especially rare and their typical gender. Okay. While their mechanical tendencies can make them appear simple at a glance, virtuosos are actually quite enigmatic, friendly but very private. Yes, calm but very suddenly spontaneous, extremely curious but unable to stay focused on formal studies. Exactly. Virtuosos' personalities can be a challenge to predict. Even by their friends and loved ones, virtuosos can seem very loyal and steady for a while, but they tend to build up store impulsive energy that explodes without warning, taking their interest into bold new directions. Oh, yes, exactly. Virtuosos' decisions stem from the sense of practical realism, and their heart is a strong sense of direct fairness, a do unto others attitude, which really helps to explain many of virtuosos' positive traits. Okay. The biggest issues virtuosos are likely to face is that they often act too soon, yes. Taking for granted their permissive nature and assuming that others have the same. Yo, exactly. They'll be the first to tell an insensitive joke, get overly involved in someone else's project. Natatawa ko kasi eksakto. Rough house and play around or suddenly change their plans because something more interesting came up. Dude, Virtuoso strengths: optimistic and energetic, creative and practical, spontaneous and rational, know how to prioritize, great in crisis and relaxed. Yan ang aking strengths daw. Okay. Stubborn, yes. As each as virtuosos go with the flow, they can also ignore it entirely and move into another direction with little apology or sensitivity. If someone tries to change a virtuoso's habits, lifestyle, and ideas through criticism, they can become very quite blunt in their irritation. Yes. So, ako po ito. Insensitive. Versus logic. And even when they try to meet others halfway with empathy and emotional sensitivity, it rarely seems to quite come out right if anything is even said at all. Private and reserved, easily bored. Yes. Kaya ako palipat-lipat ako ng games every other day or every week. I actually bumili nga ako ng drawing book, sketchpad and pencil kasi gusto ko matuto mag-drawing o even watch YouTube videos, pero wala na yun, yung sketchpad ko nandun na lang sa kabilang kwarto, nakatambak doon with some pencils, diba? So yes, dislike commitment. Long-term commitments are particularly honors for virtuosos. They prefer to take things day by day, and the feeling of being locked into something for a long time is downright oppressive. This can be particular in virtuosos' romantic relationships. Well, I'm married now, so yeah, risky behavior, the stubbornness, and difficulty with other emotions focus on the moment, and easy boredom can lead to unnecessary and helpful boundary pushing just for fun. But not to escalate conflict and danger just to see where it goes. Friendships. I tignan no? Keeping it spontaneous. Oh, wow. Simply not wanting to be bound to a particular person or activity versus personally live in the present, enjoying whatever life brings and feel no obligation to shift course on account of others' plans. Your friends don't want to do what virtuosos are doing, and they're free to go to do their own thing, and they'll hang out some other time. Yes. Sometimes their shifts in attitude can catch their friends flat-footed, but virtuosos' motto remains, everything can be changed. Forcing them to constantly commit to scheduled activities is probably the quickest way to end these friendships. This stays relaxed and flexible, though virtuosos' friendships can be rich and rewarding. People with this personality type are talented when it comes to using their senses and usually enjoy a little competition. This makes virtuosos' hobbies, especially the more physical activities like fishing and crafts, especially enjoyable with little company, and they are usually the basis of their friendships. Virtuosos' interests are pretty diverse, so they could have no trouble coming up with exciting things to do. Are unusually popular, almost in spite of themselves. Their tremendous interesting hobbies and relaxed attitude are attractive to a remarkably broad range of personality types. With so many acquaintances, virtuosos are sure to strike up deeper friendship with at least a few. Yes. Uy, parent, hindi pa ako parent. Career paths, sitangan natin. Masyado mahaba tong video na to, pero yun talaga. Yan, career paths. What's next every morning? Oh, medyo lumalabas na siya ngayon. Ngayon na hindi na ako employed sa isang company. Okay. So, ayan ang ating video for today. Nalaman ko ang aking personality type. Ako pala ay isang ISTPT. Ayan. Pero sabi T daw, ayan. I am ISTPT. So, introvert, observant, thinking, prospecting, and turbulent. Ayan, so kung gusto nyo i-take ang personality test na to, punta lang kayo sa 16personalities.com and post nyo rin sa baba ang inyong resulta. So, thank you for watching and see you again next video.